Hello everyone, welcome to edX Pixel Expo 8 monthly webinar global webcast August series happening every 8th of the month, and thank you for joining us again this Sunday to pre-celebrate Singapore's 56th birthday. So we are here together to convene over one united cause, that is our love for the diving and the ocean. And today, if you notice that all our speakers on this panel are all wearing headgear. So I don't have a helmet, so I put on a cap for Mr. Takuya-san. And, just to, just for the sake of fun, actually. All right. So just to introduce a little bit more about this session, we are going to be getting all the latest update with regards to INON products. And also, of course, to everybody who doesn't know who Takuya Tori-san is, he is from Japan, a division director and also a global operation division of INON Inc. So Mr. Takuya is a corporate messenger boy of INON Inc., manufacturer of underwater imaging gear, serving the company nearly 2 decades. He used to show up different dive shows to meet enthusiastic people, and he's definitely fascinated in diving and also underwater imaging, and deliver the corporate messages as well as collecting market voices. That means he wants to know what's the latest in the industry. So he like what all divers would do, he will grab onto any opportunity to show what is the latest product and also what is the latest tips using INON products on this webinar. Okay, right. So before we proceed, I'd like to hand over to my colleague Carter. Carter has something special to add on to everyone. Carter, over to you.
Thank you, Nora. Yeah, welcome to the webinar again. So be the first, before we start this webinar, be the first 56 to like, share, or comment on this live post and stand a chance to receive a free Asian Diver e-magazine, Scuba 101, the essential guide to Southeast Asia Collector's Edition. So finger fast and fast fingers. So before we start with Takuya-san from INON, I believe without lights, there is no image. And especially when you dive underwater, the first few colors to be gone is orange and red. So now we have invited Takuya-san from INON to share about the strobes and lights that capture many wonderful images around the world. Over to you, Takuya-san.
Okay, thank you very much, Nora and Carter-san. Hi, everybody. This is Takuya Tori from INON Japan. And thank you for a team of Asian Dive Expo allowing me to be a part of Virtual Expo Pixels. And actually, I'm not quite sure if anybody watching my webinar, because I cannot see anybody in front of me. And in front of me, I only see a small condo over the window. So this is quite different from the presentation normally I do in overseas dive show. And because now everybody is suffering from ongoing situation, pandemic. And also for the last 1 year and a half, I wasn't able to travel around in a major market to promote our product and by attending dive shows. So I appreciate this opportunity given by Asian Dive Expo, and I would like to show latest product from INON. And if time allows, then I would like to cover how to maintain and how to take care of INON product to use them for a long period of time. But actually, I'm not well prepared this time. And when I did the test run of my presentation, I found that I wouldn't be able to manage everything in 1 hour. So maybe I better do shortcut, only showing latest product from INON. And then after, maybe on this short period of time, I can explain how to take care of INON product, which I believe already most of INON users already know, but just to be sure. Okay, so let's share my screen on the laptop. Hang on. Actually, I just learned how to use Zoom. So, okay. Right. So, start. Oh, right. Hang on. And slideshow. Okay, so actually, I prepare my short introduction, self-introduction, but Nora-san kindly already introduced me, so I believe I can skip this out. Okay, so as a corporate messenger, I always deliver a corporate message to anybody I encounter or I meet up in different dive shows. And first, because of during this difficult time, I'd like to thank you for everybody supporting our brand and keep using our equipment. And because without those support, our company wouldn't exist in this market and the industry. So I would like to thank you from on behalf of all of INON staff. And then after, next message is please keep shooting underwater. And it doesn't matter if you use INON or not, because as long as you keep shooting underwater with the photographic equipment, then maybe in the future, someday, you may remember that, oh, I watched some kind of funny talk on edX Virtual Expo, and I may better to check out their equipment. That's our strategy. Okay, so let's get started. So first, let me cover our latest product. Lately, we upgraded our popular Z330 and D200. We call D200 and Z330 Type 2. Oh, hang on. Oh, I can't see my memo. Okay, so this left-hand side, you can see this is the original version of a G330 Type 1. And the right-hand side is the updated Type 2 stroke. So as you can see, their appearance is not the same. So let's see how the Type 2 is changed. Spoon. So this is a magnified image of the built-in dome lens of the Type 2. We have redesigned the built-in dome lens, and now we see many of our tiny dots on the dome lens surface. The newly designed dome employs so-called fly eye lens. The fly eye lens is constructed with the honeycomb style on its inner surface. The fly eye dome in front of the stroke can diffuse light inside of the dome, thus distribute the soft light more evenly. And another benefit having a fly eye dome is to spread light of the focus light. So this is a comparison image of a focus light beam. As you can see, the D200 Type 2, the focus light is much more wider than the original D200. And as the focus light is not only the target light for still shooting, but we also use our focus light for a simple lighting source for short clip. So by having this wider coverage of focus light, now we're more useful for short video. But we have to remember that we must not use focused light too long. Otherwise, we can cook our stroke. Okay. And the other fundamental feature remains the same with the original version of G330 and D200. The beam angle is 100 degrees underwater, which benefits when shooting wide angle, as well as the macro subject, as we don't have to change the strobe aiming even as subject moves. And of course, guide number of G330 remains guide number 33, and the D200 delivers guide number 20. So this is a brief introduction of upgraded Type 2 strokes. And the next thing I would like to cover is about our accessories for action cameras. We have wide range of accessories for action camera, mainly for GoPro. So let's see benefit having INON accessories. So first, let's see how action camera behaves underwater. As we know, action camera can deliver pretty wide coverage with the crispy clips on land. But what happens when we bring an action camera underwater? When we bring action camera underwater, because of refractive index difference between air and underwater, there will be changes when we use an action camera underwater. So what those changes are? The one is the field of view, and another is the minimum focusing distance. We compared field of view with the GoPro camera. On land, it delivers about 150 degrees, pretty wide. But underwater, the coverage gets narrowed down to 94 degrees. And speaking of minimum focusing distance, underwater, it will be 60 centimeters away, which means that within 60 centimeters radius in range, any subject cannot get in focus. So without any attachment lens, only camera lens, this is not wide enough, and also the CU not sharp enough. So first, let me show how we can solve the challenges to widen the underwater coverage. We designed the specific semi-fisheye conversion lens, which is a UFL G140 SE, to widen the underwater coverage. As mentioned, without attachment lens, GoPro can capture about 94 degrees, which is not wide enough. However, with the UFL G140, the coverage increased about 50%, which is 140 degrees. Also, by using a semi-fisheye conversion lens, minimum focusing distance will be just in front of lens. So you can capture vivid close-focus wide-angle clips. So let's see how the lens performs underwater. And now attach the UFL G140, and coverage gets pretty wide. And this is without lens. And we took these clips from at the same distance. with the symmetrical conversion lens, we will get a pretty wide coverage, even from a short distance. Okay. Then next challenge to overcome is the long minimum focusing distance. So we designed a specific close-up lens, which is UCL G165 underwater wide close-up lens. And as discussed, with that lens, GoPro can focus a subject 60 centimeters away or far underwater. So any subject in this range cannot be in focus. To solve this challenge, we designed another lens, UCL G165ST wide close-up lens. This is a kind of a macro lens, but it is designed to have slightly wider field of view. Why we design like this? By making the lens for wider coverage, the depth of field gets shallower and come close to the lens side. And also, the 110 degrees coverage is ideal to shoot standard size of marine lives. Okay. And this is without any lens. So sea urchin is not sharp enough, and overall it's a bit soft. And now we attach a UC165. So every part of the sea urchin is very sharp and crispy. Okay, so now because GoPro has advanced with their Hero 8, then now we're Hero 9, and we INON, we have lens mounts for and filter holder for latest Hero 9 and the Hero 8. So first, let me cover lens adapter, which we call SD front mask for Hero 9. This is an essential item to use INON attachment lens. So let me show how it looks. So let me pause screen share, but I don't know how to. Oh, okay. Pause share. Then I believe everybody can see me, right? No? Pause.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Let me enlarge myself because my eyesight very bad, so I can't see me very well on my display. How can I enlarge myself? Nora-san?
Takuya-san, you go to top, there's view.
Yes.
Then you select speaker view.
Speaker view, already speaker view.
Already speaker view? Okay.
So maybe go to full screen, right?
Yeah, you can, yes.
Anyway, so better to continue. Okay, so this is SD front mask. So this is a bayonet lens mount with this fixing screw. And it's easy to attach this in front of GoPro original housing. So we have to use a GoPro original case. And this is a Hero 8, but also we have same type of bayonet lens adapter for Hero 9 as well. So we just flip on like this. Then after, we fasten the adapter on the housing with this fixing screw. And now we can attach. This is the one we just discussed. It's a semi-Fisher conversion lens. And the back of the semi-Fisher conversion lens is the bayonet. So it's pretty easy to attach and remove and to change the lens underwater. So just attach and click. That's it. And it's already locked, so it won't come off. And then how to remove this lens underwater? You can see this is a lock lever at here. So when we remove, we press and then twist. But when we attach, no need to press this lever. Just snap on and rotate. That's it. When we remove, push, then twist. On. And this is an SD front mask for Hero 8. And so later, I will explain why we designed this newer handle. It looks like a little bit larger than the standard size. And also, we have another accessory for GoPro from Hero 8 and Hero 9. So first, let me remove this SD front mask from a GoPro housing. And next one is this guy. And this guy looks like same as our lens adapter, but this one has an M67 screw mount in front. Look. Right. And this is not to attach a macro lens in front, but to attach our variable red filter. So first, let me explain briefly about our variable red filter. This is INON's underwater variable red filter M67. The name is a little bit too long, and I didn't make any success to properly address this product name. And so today is lucky for me. Anyway, so this variable red filter consists with two different polarized filters. And we use this as the component. And the front filter, we can rotate. And as we turn, the denser filter changes, which means we can adjust the color balance underwater depending on the depth we dive. So now we don't have to bring a couple of filters to replace underwater or depending on the depth we dive. And this is a very unique but very useful variable filter to use in any depth. Okay, so how to attach this underwater variable red filter M67 on the GoPro is to use this M67 filter adapter for Hero 8 or Hero 9. And so same as the SD front mask, we attach this in front of our GoPro original housing. Then we fasten this M67 filter adapter with the housing by using this fixing screw. Then now GoPro housing, GoPro has got the M60 screw mount in front, so we can attach this M67 variable red filter in front, like this. And now we can adjust the color balance underwater by turning the front element of this variable filter. Okay, then let me go back to PowerPoint material. Maybe I better do speaker and hang on. How to? Sorry. How to? Nora-san.
Yeah, yes.
Kata-san. How can I share a screen with my laptop?
Yeah, below there's a green color button. It says share screen.
No.
Below the window, the Zoom window.
Zoom window.
There's Q and participant, Q&A, chat, and share screen.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Everything okay. Okay. So next, let me go to home. Hang on. Home. Home. これかな。はい、sorry. はい、OK です。はい。Then, I forgot what to next. So we covered this different mask for INON 9. And then after, next item is the ball adapter for GoPro. This guy. And this is a small item, but useful when we use GoPro on a selfie stick. I believe this is a popular style to bring GoPro underwater. So, okay, so let me show how this small guy works. Then, wait. Okay. Then let me change to full screen. A little bit. Okay. Then, ball adapter for GoPro is this guy. And it's a very tiny, very small item, but very useful. So, and this half dome shape item at the GoPro style mount on top. And this one goes to ball joint on the selfie stick. And so it was inner part of this half dome shape part of the thread stem. So we can just screw in on top of this ball joint like this. And then we can attach a GoPro. We can combine the GoPro and this ball adapter. So first, let me change this to lens adapter, which is SD front mask. And this guy. So same as previous section, we attach as a snap on, then we fix fasten the component with this or large handle screw. Then now we can attach the GoPro on the selfie stick like this. Then after we fasten the GoPro and the selfie stick with this same screw. And okay, so now let me explain why we design this large handle fixing screw. Because we use a GoPro camera on the selfie stick underwater. So underwater, we may have water current, and sometimes it gets very strong, and we have to swim against those water current. And But normally we position the GoPro camera like this or like this to shoot a selfie. But so this part have to be very firmly attached or fixed. So by designing this type of large handle knob, we can apply enough torque to fix the position of the GoPro angle. It's very good. It's very stable and very firmly fixed. So even with this type of semi-Fisher conversion lens, because our lens is the optical lens, so which means we use a glass component. So even with that optical glass wet lens, it won't roll tilt down. So like this, we can shoot maybe some subject which are just shy marine lives, or maybe we can stick this selfie system inside of baby shark. And so by changing the orientation of GoPro camera like this, and now we can shoot a selfie like this, well, like this. Maybe I can't see myself on the screen, but that should be okay. Everything in the frame. Okay. And this is the ball adapter for GoPro. And actually, the package comes with another component, this guy. And this guy goes to other end of a selfie stick, attached like this. And this one at the eyelet. So we can link with the hand strap or lanyard. So let me attach this guy here and like a spawn. Like this. And we attach this lanyard like this. So even we hands off the selfie stick accidentally, we will not lose the expensive equipment, which is good. Okay. So this is everything about our accessories for GoPro or other action camera. And actually, this type of accessories is not only for GoPro, because we have another type of action camera, and this camera is from Sony action camera. And we also have dedicated lens mount specifically designed for this Sony action camera housing. And this one is the biomet. So we can attach same semi-Fisher conversion lens or wide close-up lens on the different action camera. And nowadays, there are many people using their smartphone underwater. So this is the one manufactured by Italian manufacturer called a Note Smart Pro. And their housing design allows to attach INON action camera wet lens like this. This is a UCL G165, and also this semi-Fisher conversion lens we can attach like this. Okay. And we can flip without lens or with lens. So they came up with their other manufacturers kindly design their product to use our wet lenses. But we don't test those compatibility or our wet lenses with our other manufacturer products. So if you have any question about those non-INON products, please check with the manufacturer. Not just go. Okay, so let's get back to PowerPoint presentation, I believe. Okay. Wait, then next one. What the next? I forgot. Wait, next one. Next item. So next one is the quick shoe system. And lately, we introduced unique quick mount system called quick shoe system. This type of idea exists for land already on land photography as Parka Swiss style. We employed the idea to use for underwater photography. And as you can see, there are a variety of items to consist this quick shoe system. And so a little bit hard to show one by one in my time. So please have a look introductory video on YouTube. Hang on. I guess I can't start this YouTube. So hang on. Let me go to it. Okay, so anyway, so let me okay, so let me explain with the actual product. And the most advantageous feature of our quick shoe system is we have designed this type of L-shaped bracket. And also, this L-shaped bracket can be combined with this newly designed base tray. As you can see, at the middle of this base tray, there is a kind of a clamp. So we can attach our housing on this clamp very quickly. So like this. And we lock this clamp until we see this green mark, green indication. And when we release the housing, we turn this clamp handle until we see this red indicator, which means it's installing mode or removal. And now we can and the benefit having this L-shaped bracket is we can change our camera orientation either of portrait or landscape very quickly, even underwater. So normally when we shoot, we normally use like this, the landscape style. Then we can change, normally how we change the orientation of camera between the landscape and okay, later. So we have to change how we hold the foldable camera system like this. But with this newer quick shoe system, we can easily change the orientation of camera to a portrait, like this. Then after, we just lock. And now we can shoot a portrait style. And the most advantageous feature of this L-shaped bracket is, even with a portrait style, we don't have to change the lighting because the handle position remains same. However, if without this quick shoot system, when we shoot the portrait style, we need to hold the whole of a system like this. Then lighting is up and down, and we have to change the lighting position according to the preference of our intended image. But with this quick shoot system, combined with the L-shaped bracket, the lighting position remains same. And also, camera can be very close to the bottom line. So, which is very useful when we shoot the subject on the seabed. And then, next one. Let me get back to PowerPoint presentation material. Then, next one, the Hangum. So next, next one is,
Hi, Takuya-san. We have got a video prepared for you for the YouTube one. If you want us to play for you, I can actually play it for you now.
Oh.
Would you want to do it?
So how long?
We still got about 15 minutes, no problem.
15 minutes, not the 5 minutes. 15 minutes. Okay, ありがとうございます。Thank you.
Okay, so I play it for you?
Yes, please.
Okay, can. Give me a second.
Okay. Oh, very good. ありがとうございます。So this is a quick introduction video of our quick shoot system. It's an L-shaped bracket. And so by using this L-shaped bracket, we can easily change between portrait and landscape. And this L-shaped bracket can be usable for any size of a housing. And also, we have a type of quick shoot mount with a variety of size. So we can attach a handle grip easily like this, and so remove easy. So when we attach a straw on top of a handle, and sometimes we would like to use a backlighting technique. And in such situation, we can easily remove a straw together with the handle and put that lighting system on the back of our subject. So these are everything about the quick shoot system. Even with the DSLR system, we can use this quick shoot system. はい、加藤さん、ありがとうございました。Thank you very much.
はい、どうぞ。
はい、ありがとうございます。And Kata-san, let me ask your help. And how can I enlarge my screen?
You have to click on your portrait and go into speaker's view.
Speaker's view.
On the top right, under the close button, there's a view.
Already.
Then you have to double click.
Okay.
Yes, double click.
Double click. But still, maybe quarter side of screen. But yes, okay, it's good enough. Okay, so next. So this time, I had the chance to introduce our new product. And I have just got the authorization from our management. Okay, so Tori, it's okay to show this future product for this webinar. So I believe this is the first time in the world appearance in all over the world. So even for me, I have seen this product just yesterday. So I'm sorry, but I don't know much about this new product. But our designer and test diver just briefly explained about this new item to me yesterday. So let me cover the new one. Ooh. And the new item is the new housing from INON. And this new housing is for a Canon EOS R5. And this is still a prototype model, but according to our housing designer, it will be available in couple of months. Or what he said to me is, if everything goes well, it's much faster than that. But I better not to promise anything right here, because in many cases, our release schedule is slightly get delayed. Anyway, so this is a new housing for EOS R5. And so let me show a little bit about the construction of this new housing for EOS R5. So first, better to click off this research and plug off so that I can open the housing. Let me change angle like this. It's okay to open the housing this time because I double check with our designer and also management. Is it okay to show the inside of a housing to everybody? Then they said, yes, sorry, you can. Okay, then let me open. I guess I'm running out of time. Boom. This is the inside of a housing. So you see many of the metal parts, or we normally call a piano keys, so that we can access to any of the camera control from outside control of the housing, button and dial. This is the inside of the housing. And maybe it's a little bit hard to see, but the thickness of the housing is very thin. Still, but without the sacrifice of the robust characteristic. And so, because we managed to make this housing with the thin wall, so which means underwater it's pretty light. So it won't sink underwater. And according to our test diver, with the two of G330 on the both end, the housing is almost neutral or slightly negative. And so it's an ideal underwater weight with thanks to thin housing wall. And next thing I would like to explain is about this green thing right here. This green thing is for what we call a TTL converter. Because the camera, EOS R5, doesn't have a pop-up flash. So we have to solve how to sync with our external store. And already there are many of manufacturers designing a TTL converter to communicate between camera hot shoe and the external store. And because we designed this TTL converter based on about stroke. So the accuracy of TTL and its features are pretty precise, and we normally, according to our test diver, many high-end users and professional photographers, they prefer to use a manual because they can take over exposure on their hands by changing their flash output. And because TTL, sometimes it gets wrong or gets weird and a little bit hard to get the ideal exposure under the image. And this time, because our electrical engineer have been working on the R5 for a pretty long time, and to diagnosis and check the protocol of this particular camera system, the flash control. So now it's nearly finished up, and to control our G330 and very precisely. Okay, so let me close the housing. Oops. Nothing there, thing of the and you can see this is a gold thing, and this is a vacuum leak sensor. So before we dive, we have to make sure that the housing is sealed complete, so that we okay. Another 1 minute. So anyway, so and also let me first lastly let me show you the very big advantage having this detail converter. And with this detail converter, we can use a very high speed anyway, a high speed flashing mode, high speed shooting mode. So by selecting camera menu, we can shoot 6 frames per second. And now with this newly designed converter, the G330 can catch up with every single frame with the appropriate exposure. So like this. Sorry, yeah. So I better to suggest you to put the sunglasses on. So let me do one more thing. Like this. And this is a very advantageous feature, and also TTL accuracy is very precise. Okay, so this is pretty unique and new from us this time. Okay, so thank you very much for attending this webinar. And now this is, I come to the end of my presentation. So let me return this floor to Nora-san.
Thank you so much.
ありがとうございます。
どうもありがとうです。
はい、とてもどうもありがとうございました。
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Takuya-san.
はい、
どういたしまして。
おー、ベルグッドカーターさん。ありがとう。Okay.
So,
Hey.
Takuya-san,
Hey.
we would like to say thank you so much for your
ありがとうござい
time
ます。Oh,
share
it's
with
me to
us,
thank you.
All those fantastic transformation of how a camera can be underwater with all the gears. I think that's pretty cool, and we definitely have learned quite a bit with regards to INON products.
ありがとう
Definitely.
ございます。Thank you so
I think it's
much.
good that when a camera housing is changed, the arm can be, we do not need to buy a new arm. So it can be less wastage.
Oh, Kata-san, you hit a very good point. So I have to bring something when we can meet the next time.
Yes, please.
Yes,
はい、ありがとう。Thank you very much for everybody.
Thank you.
And for all the edX community, please do join us for the next session. We will be talking about the art of underwater photography with another speaker, none other than Rico Bursardich. So I'm sorry. Yeah. So please do join us. Happening real shortly. And once again, Mr. Takuya-san.
ありがとう。ありがとうございます。
Sayonara.
はい、さようなら。
ありがとう。さようなら。
Bye.
バイバイ。